Welcome back, everyone. Now at 4:30, we say this every week, but it really is true. It has been another busy week in politics as we race toward the November election.
And moderator of Face the Nation, one of the busiest women in Washington, Margaret Brennan, is joining us live right now from the nation's capital. Here we go again. Every Friday, Margaret, we say the same thing. Wow, what a week. Well, really, wow. What a week. A week ago, the president had just been diagnosed with COVID, and right now we're talking about him going back on the campaign trail tomorrow. What are you hearing?
Well, this has been a very much a changing story hour by hour from the White House. The latest reporting that we have, according to our White House team, is that the president will make a public appearance tomorrow, and it will be in the afternoon. He'll do it from the White House. They're not calling it a campaign event, but what the president had said earlier in a series of interviews, and that is really how he's communicating right now, is calling into radio shows, calling into Fox. He has more television interviews planned with Fox and other conservative media. He said he wanted to be out there doing campaigning in states like Florida, Georgia. He mentioned Pennsylvania. So his mind is clearly focused on the fact that he's not out there with a presence on the campaign trail right now. And this close to the election, when he is not doing well in the polls, particularly in those states that determine the outcome of the election, has to be weighing on him. But we know he is battling a very serious illness. And the CDC recommends that if you've been hospitalized, you really should, with COVID-19, you really shouldn't be out there publicly and in close contact with people until you've had a number of negative COVID tests and some assurance that you're not still contagious and going to put those around you at risk. So the doctors are obviously watching the president, and he remains medicated. He remains at the White House. He remains in control, and expect to hear more from him in the coming days.
That is for sure. Margaret, there's been a lot of talking and tweeting about a stimulus package this week. What's the latest on that? Is Congress getting anywhere with this?
This is also another very erratic thing to follow. The White House now says they do indeed want an emergency deal here, another COVID relief bill. This is after the president a few days ago called off talks. Now, what matters here are the two negotiators, the Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. They are continuing to talk to each other. That's where the actual bill drafting will be done, if they can come to an agreement. But there are some very mixed messages in terms of White House priorities. And then the man who controls the calendar, the man who controls whether this goes to a vote or not in the Republican-controlled Senate, is Mitch McConnell. And he said earlier today not to expect anything until after the election. So even if there is a deal, they will have to persuade Republican leaders to make time and put it to a vote, because his top priority right now is getting the new Supreme Court Justice nominee, Amy Coney Barrett, confirmed. That's where his focus is.
All right, Margaret, thank you very much. I have to say, I want there to be a Friday, one day, when we say, what happened in Washington this week? And you say nothing. Could you imagine?
I know. It is. There are decades packed into the weeks these days.
Boy, that's an understatement.
Yes, that is true. Margaret Brennan with Face the State, thank you so much for your insight as always. Face the Nation. I apologize. Thank you so much. And just a reminder, you can catch Margaret on Face the Nation this Sunday on Eyewitness News at 10:30. Before that, though, is Face the State. That's at 8:30 right here on Channel 3.